it's Gwen from Hummingbird Tarot, and I'm doing a video response to Ethany's 31 Days of Tarot.
If you like this video, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up. I will be posting new videos weekly.
Today's prompt is, what decks do you already have in your collection that you want to get your hands on again? Something along those lines. I am so excited about this prompt because I have decided to, I'm trying real hard to not buy any new decks for 2020. I'm going to, well, except for one. You have to watch one of my other videos, the decks I'm looking forward to see which one that is. I want to get back into some decks that I already have. I've been collecting decks for a long time, for several decades, and I can't wait to get my hands on some of these decks. The first one is the Sacred Circle Tarot, and this one came out in, I believe it was published in 1998. And this is written by Anna Franklin and illustrated by Paul Mason. This one was one of the first decks I bought myself many years ago. I'll just show you some of the images. That was the Hanged Man. And it's like an old friend. These are what the card backs look like. And I'm sorry, some of the decks that I'm talking about are probably out of print. There's that one right there. That one is Prudence, the Seven of Discs. The King of Swords, Air, show you a couple more. The Knight of Cups. Here's one more. Harmony. The Two of Cups. I haven't used that deck in a really long time. I have another deck. I believe this one's from 2003, 2004, Lo Scarabeo. This is Tarot of the Druids. This one just kind of disappeared into my collection. I never really used it. When I start to look through the images, I find them amusing. And I don't know why I didn't ever really start to use it. I plan to get it is. That's the Ace of Pentacles, the Three of Cups. I just like the images. This deck just has a sense of humor. And here's what the backs of these ones look like. This is your standard tarot deck size. The first one I showed you is kind of the size of maybe a standard oracle deck. And so is this next one here. So this next one is the Voyager Tarot. I'm sure many of you are familiar with it. The version that I bought was published in 2017. So this is what the backs look like. I needed to actually edge mine in blue. They used to be white. This one's just so interesting. There's a lot to pull from. There's lots of images in here. And this is a great deck for intuition. I have done readings with this one, just not a lot. And I think I just got distracted by some newer decks in my collection, but I'm going to get back to this one. The next one is the Golden Tarot by Liz Dean. I just love 52 pickup with or 78 card pickup. I just love the colors in this one. Very bold colors. Almost cartoony looking. It also, I love the, just feels very, I don't know, more historic to me. The minors, this might not work for some of you because, except for the court cards, are all just images here. Just see if I can find. Well, so there's another example of what I'm talking about. There's the Empress. But for some of you that might work. This one I think you can still find easily. So this one is a really old deck. I want to say 1997. And the box is one of those plastic ones that I'm dating myself here. It reminds me of what a VHS movie used to come in. It's plastic. But this one's Tarot of the Old Path. Who's this by? Howard Broadway. There's the book that came with it. It came with a nice size book, and I like the book that's in here too. The backs of the deck are really pretty, and I love the images in here. There's a lot of women in the cards in places that are traditionally men. There's some nudity in here, so trying to skip around some of those. Here's the Fool. And this one might be out of print. Sorry if it is. Knight of Pentacles. But this one feels very historic to me also. And last one, the Seven of Rods. One more deck. This one I was super excited to buy. I'm a huge fan of this show, and I bought it. I hadn't finished watching the show until it took me until a couple months ago to finish watching the last episode of the show, and I was scared that the deck was going to give something away that I hadn't seen yet, because I had missed several seasons of it. But we finally got HBO. I finished watching Game of Thrones, and I was able to start looking through my deck. I am very excited by this deck, and I'm sure you've all seen this one. This one has the throne basically on the back with all the swords on it. I just love all these characters. And if you're a fan of the show, it's really easy to read these cards because you can recall easily the characters that are in the story. It does change some of the meanings of the cards for me when I flipped through here, but I'm okay with that because it's a different personality than a lot of the other decks that I have. I'm such a fan of the show that I really appreciate this deck. I can't wait to start using it. Those are my decks that I can't wait to dive into in 2020. The top ones, there are many more, but these are the ones that I am most excited about and wanted to share with you. Thank you.